Alright, in this next video we're going through Job Science process flow, how to create views, criteria, and displays, preparing for headhunts, and then apply to jobs, applications, so creating your messaging and calling list views. At the end, here's your action items. So go ahead and jot this down on a piece of paper. Create your messaging and calling list views, right? So again, looking at what the idea behind it, the idea is that we'll have messaging, calling, engage, and then follow up and keep in touch as kind of the candidate life cycle, how you flow through that process, right? Messaging being first, then calling them, and then once we've talked to them, throwing them into engaged. We know that they've responded to us at some capacity. All right, so let's just briefly go ahead and look at Job Science. So again, if you are moving somebody to applications, let's just take a look at somebody first. Right, so say you're going to move somebody, you just click on them, you're going to move them. So just to show you this in the system, there's application, submittal, interview, offer, placement, right? The idea here, if you click on application, is that you'll have internal messaging, internal calling, internal engage, internal follow-up, and then internal keep eye touch or keep in touch. All right. So the idea is that anytime we have somebody that a list of people that we're working with, we move them through the application, um, different levels here, and then once we actually want to submit them to one of our clients, we would attach them to we'd put them through submittal with attached to a different job. All right. All right, so to create those views, we need to go to Applications. All right, so the idea is that in Applications, we're going to have all four of those different views all created here. All right, so let's go ahead and create a new view. And this, we're just going to do a couple for start. So again, it is, you can either say internal messaging, or you can just say messaging, however you want to say it. And then all you need there for messaging is the criteria. So the first thing that you're going to want is created by alias. Okay, so if you scroll down um, and you press C, created by alias, boom, equals to, this is Quang, so we're going to put a Q, P-H-A-N. Alright, so all of Quang's will show up. If you want others to show up as well, you would put theirs. Let's just go ahead and put Bayes alias as well. And then, moreover, the next one criteria you'll need is status. Alright, so go down to status. Alright, your status equals to, and for here you need new. So just so you know, if you create new for status, right, that's going to make it a default for anyone that applies to any job is automatically going to come into messaging. Alright, and then lastly, you'll just want to make sure that everyone that's here is account is the company or the client we're attaching them to. You're going to want to put BCM, right? Because all the jobs we're attaching people to that aren't actually attached to a real job are going to be attached to a fake job order with the client being BCM. All right, and then that is the criteria. And then down looking at the display, here are the pieces you're going to want. You're going to want account. You're going to want action. If you get control, you can highlight multiple things. For the C's, you're going to want the candidate. You are going to want communication. You're going to want control. If this is a messaging, you're going to probably want email. You're going to want rank. Recommend that. Rank. You're going to want status and substatus. And you're going to want last modified by. Probably last modified date would actually be helpful to take a look at. And then you're also going to want job. There it is. Boom. Alright, so let's just move all those over. Again, I was pressing Control to click multiple things. And then put that over. Applications, kind of annoying. I guess we'll just keep that for now. Alright, and again, if you want to move these around, you can. Boom. And you click Save. And then that then creates the criteria you need for everybody to show up. So as soon as he starts applying to people, as a default, it's going to show up in the messaging. That's how that works. Alright, so quickly let's talk about how to get people to show up here, right? So typically, again, going back to the different ways you do your searches, you go to Candos, retail banking is a search he has, click go, and so let's just say here's your list, right? Here are people that Quang has just found. He wants all his Fiserv people. It's retail banking, so let's go ahead and click all. He doesn't want the Tata people, so you'll just have to unclick people that you want. Unclick all of these people. No big deal. Alright, all Fiserv, right? No big deal. Apply to jobs. Again, we're applying to a fake made-up job, and you can come here. I know we've already set this up. If you don't have fake jobs set up or BCM jobs set up, I'd recommend just talking to whoever your director is and have them set this up for you. We're going to do this retail banking, BCM. These are both BCM. We'll just click that, right? Apply to position and close. Alright, so one quick note here. I would recommend that if you don't already have this in your Candos view, that you would um, edit this so that everyone that you apply to automatically is moved off this list, so you don't find the same people. So just go ahead and click L a bunch of times until you come to last job applied to. Instead of equals, you want not equal to if you want the specific title, or just does not contain. And again, we'll just put retail in it. Click save. And then, if I'm right, usually am. Great. So then all those 5-star people are automatically taken off this list, right? All right, real quickly. So then let's go ahead and click application, and then go to messaging, and boom, here's everybody that shows up, and so you are good to go. And from there, if you want to move everybody to calling, if these are your headhunt list, you click all, go to move. Oh, that's not working, but it will. And then you would click move to calling. Is how that would work. Okay, not sure what that error is showing up. So next from there, let's just create another drop down so that we have the calling sheets. So go to create new view, name this one calling, right? And then so for here, same thing. You want created by alias. Scroll down, click C a bunch of times. Created by alias equals to Q fun. Maybe you want Bayes in here, whoever you want, right? And then the difference here is that you're going to do substatus. So click S a bunch of times, go to substatus, not status, substatus, and then equals to, for that, you want everyone that's going to show up as review. Oh wait, no, I'm lying. You want anyone that's going to be internal calling, all right? Boom. It's the calling list, right? Calling. And then down here, it's just going to be the same criteria in the other ones. Alright, so then you go ahead and click on applications, right? Whoops. And boom. Anyone that shows up that's been moved to calling, no thanks, bro, is going to show up here. Here goes your call sheets. 23 people, good to go. You can move their numbers over. Hopefully, you'll have more numbers than that. You can modify by last date. I'd recommend that. You can, I'd recommend ranking all these people. You can slide over by rank, so you're only talking to people that you would consider to be a 5 or a 4 for starting points, right? And just call those people first, and that's how you do that. So what else do I need to show you? So if we go back to messaging, right? Again, to get them to the calling, you would just, so sometimes when you go to it, that top column doesn't show up. It's really annoying. Just click refresh, and if I'm not mistaken, click refresh. Boom, now it's up here. I don't know why it does that, but anyways, say you want to move say you've messaged all these people, you sent them new LinkedIn connections, you've updated that, that you've emailed them here. New task, you wrote email, you've done LinkedIn, you did any kind of messaging stuff with them first, right? So you just go ahead and you'll click on this whole list to move them over. And just one quick note that if you have, they have to be applied to the same job to move them all over in bulk. So if you notice that core banking is a different application, you can't move those all at the same time. But everybody else is good to go. Select all, click the move button, go to application, and click internal calling. Boom. As soon as you click that, those guys will then show up. They'll delete from this list, and they will show up in your calling list. And then at the end of every day, if you do that, and you have this is really annoying right here. Let's get this out of the way here. Oh, go away. Anyways, you create your list like that, 23 people. You know that the next morning, as soon as you come in, you have all your whole list here, your call sheet ready for the day, who you're gonna call, how you created it, and that's the idea behind organizing the messaging and calling list views. So just to wrap up again, this is what we covered. How to create views with the criteria and displays. Preparing for headhunts. Again, that is moving people to the calling view list. First, that starts with applying to jobs. If you don't already have a job order, create a new job order with BCM being the client. Attach it to that. In the Applications tab, we created messaging and calling list views, and so your action items, right, between now and tomorrow or whenever, is to create some action items are to create your messaging and calling list views so that you're all set up and good to go. And then just tracking backwards, right? In our previous video, we went through types of searches. Again, the reporting, Candel's view list, and the power search. And then your action items for that are to create a report for the past subs slash applications. So go ahead and create your own report for people in your market. Create a new Candel's list view. Do that if you haven't done that already, or as many as you'd like. And then save 3 power searches based off any kind of criteria that you're searching for. For example, an IT audit power search, or an asset management, or Charles River. So go ahead and do those are your action items. Hope these were helpful, and we'll see you in the next video.